Hey everybody, and welcome back. So as we've talked about, we're here and we're gonna start seeds today. We're doing a whole bunch of herb seeds today, which I'll talk about when we get up onto the table there. But I wanted to show you what I got that we're using for our seed starting blend. And I did just buy an overall just seed starting blend. I did a bunch of research at all different stores and calculated out, traveling distance and having to spend gas versus coupons I had versus what you could make, because sometimes it can be cheaper just to buy a plain old soil and amend it. But between sales, distance, and coupons, this ended up being my best bet. And so I got an organic blend from Coast of Maine, if you can see that. And in it has worm castings, mycorrhizae, fully cured compost, in other words, hummus and kelp meal, and it seems like it's going to be very, very good. So I got 2 cubic-foot bags. That feels absolutely wonderful. It's so soft. There's not a lot of clumps in here. There's a few, but not bad, and they're breaking right apart. Oh, it smells good. Smells like summer. Alright, and I have some warm water in a watering can, and I'm gonna saturate this down a little bit before I start using it, but I'm not gonna do too much because I don't want a sloppy mess to work with. I don't want to drown my seeds, and once I put my seeds in the tray, I want to top them off with a little bit more warm water to make sure that, well, they stay nice and warm. Alright, and that's all I'm really doing. I just did enough to make it damp, and that way when I water my trays, the way that water acts with passive movement, it'll just make it absorb that water a little bit better, and I don't end up flooding my trays pretty much with pools because it's not wanting to absorb the water right away. And now the first thing to do is start filling all my trays. Okay, so I'm starting quite a few seeds today because, like I said, I am doing herbs today. Because if you watched the video where I was talking about what seeds we got this year, you'll know that I'm also trying to start extra things like herbs to sell on the side and make a little extra income. I'm also starting marigolds today. Now this is going to seem like I've got a lot of trays going on here. Maybe this wasn't the best idea. My head's kind of a lot of trays going on here today. But the marigolds that I'm starting, and I'm also starting chives today, I will, over time, when I need the space, move those upstairs into the window, and I think that they'll do okay there. I don't think it'll be a big deal to have those up there. Okay, so the first flat that I am planting here is going to be our Greek oregano. And I'm doing this in 4 packs, and the idea is that I'll let them get pretty nice size in the 4 packs. If we have it sold or planted them outside by the time they're too big for these packs, then I do have singles, smaller, 3-inch pots kind of thing that we'll transplant each one into and make them singulars. And if you probably can't see on there, but I did cut index cards into little strips, and on the front of each one I did write down what each flat is going to be and when it was planted, and that'll give us a good idea. Now, Greek oregano, we're just going based on the normal directions. These want to be just under the surface of the soil. And with every type of seed that I do, every flat, I am going to be adding more seeds than what I want to actually grow in there. So like these, I'll put in at least 2 seeds per cell, and then when they start to sprout, I'll choose which one looks strongest, keep it, the other one I'll just snip away. And I just have the lid to a coffee can here that I can dump the seeds onto because the seeds are so tiny. And then this little packet, that way we'll have a little bit more control of what we're doing here. I didn't even dump them all out, just some of them. Okay, so we have all our seeds in there. Like I said, they like to be just under the surface. So all I'm going to do is take a little bit more of the soil and just sprinkle it over the top. now that those are covered, I've got my watering can with some very warm water, and I'm gonna get everybody a nice good water. Alright, and I'll let that settle and give it another water if it needs. And then because I have my packs actually sitting in trays underneath my packs, I'm also, if I can get it up enough here, going to put in some very warm water. Because of cost efficiency, I do not have heating mats going. So I'm gonna try to keep on this and make sure that I'm watering it with nice warm water and then adding that warm water down below to keep those seeds nice and cozy until they're ready to sprout. Now I did the chives, which were 1/4 inch deep over here, and those I did just like the oregano, except for I added a lot more soil on top. And now I have things like the basil, which only need to be about 1/8 of an inch deep. And because I know for sure it's an easier to handle seed, that I'm only putting 2 down in each. As I put them down, I just give them a little press into the soil and then move some of the soil around over the top of it. So that's another easy way to get the seeds in and know that they're covered and ready to go. Now I'm about to plant 2 trays of marigold seeds, and ones that I plant outside I'm just going to direct sow, but these I'm hoping to bring a little income into the homestead from these. And they flower really quickly. They'll flower in somewhere around 8 weeks or so. So my hope is that they'll be blooming when it comes time to sell these guys. But I did make a video last year where we saved the seeds from the marigolds, and that's what I'm planting here. I don't know if you can see down in there at all. But they still look good. They've been in this container in a dark place. I made the little envelope out of some old manila folders. And so we're gonna go ahead and plant these, and we'll have to see how it goes, see how they come out. Okay, so what I've got here are 2 trays of French marigolds. I have a tray of a purple dark opal basil, a Genovese basil, chives, thyme, oregano, and then I have just a straight out flat of sage, because my hope with this is that when it grows up I'll actually just divide this as if I was dividing it outside, and I will plant it in larger containers. And now that these are all done, I'm gonna lower my lights down to keep it really nice and warm. I have my curtain of plastic here also to bring down to keep the humidity up and the heat in. And then so we're gonna do that and see how it goes, and of course I will update you guys the whole way. We have more planting to do next week. The week after that we're gonna be planting new stuff every week for probably the next 6 weeks or so, and then we will be moving things outside once the frost is over, and I'll make sure to share with you guys everything that we do. Yeah, just to show you, we've had this down with the lights down and the curtain down for maybe 10 minutes now. Probably not even 10 minutes actually, and we've already raised up to 79 degrees and the humidity has gone up to 38. So that's a good sign. So we're gonna keep a light eye on this and adjust everything as So thank you so much for joining us. If you like this video, please hit that like button. It is such an incredible help to me. And always think about subscribing, because like I said, we're going to be sharing everything that we do. Otherwise, I love you all. Enjoy the rest of your day and your weekend. God bless, and bye-bye.